Hello, my name is Jim Cherry. I'd like to welcome you to the first Drivers Forum here for Leonard's Express. This is designed to sit with experienced veteran drivers and just learn advice and things that they've gone through to make things easier on the newer professional drivers. They got a lot of good advice to give, and potentially veteran drivers, they might be able to take something away as well. With that being said, I'd like to introduce Kevin Taylor. Kevin's been driving for roughly 30 years. He's been with Leonard's for 10 years. 7 of that was as an owner-operator's driver, so fuel was always a big thing, and he always was conscious of what was going on with it. And he's been a company driver for us for just under 3 years. The reason I have Kevin here is he was the person with the highest Mpg for 2018. It was a 7.9, and just gonna get a little information for him on how he did that. So Kevin, what do you think the best way to increase your fuel mileage is?
Well, Jim, I think first of all, to get good fuel mileage, you have to want to get good fuel mileage. I don't believe that it happens accidentally. I think it's something that you have to want to get, and you have to try to get it. I mean, you have to work at it. Several things you can do, but you have to, number one, is want to get good fuel mileage.
I agree with that. I do hear that quite often from the guys similar to yourself that are on the higher echelon of the Mpg scale. You know, they say the same thing. What things do you think are the biggest influence on your Mpg?
Well, I think there's a lot of things with me. First of all, I like to start my driving early in the morning when there's not a lot of traffic out there, and I like to just set my cruise control and I like to ride. And you know what I'll do is I'll go ahead and get on a flat piece of land, and I'll set my cruise control at 65, and I'll look at the fuel as I'm driving. And you know, you slow down to 63 and it goes up. So I'll go ahead and ride at 63, not fighting with trucks trying to pass me because there's nobody out there, and I don't have to pass other trucks, and I just ride. And I think that's where I get the best fuel mileage, is about 63 miles an hour. I understand that there's a lot of drivers that can't do that because they got to go, but I drive to California, and so losing an hour and a half or 2 hours going to California doesn't make a bit of difference to me. It's not going to get me an extra load, so it doesn't hurt me to slow down a few miles an hour.
Right. And last year I believe you had 142,000 miles. Pretty good year. And when your driver advocate Mara, when I asked her a little bit about it, she says you're one of her main go-to guys. So you get it there on time, you get it there safely. So that's great. One of the things is some of the drivers have automatics, and they play with the toggles when they're going up the hills to try to maximize doing that. What do you do, or do you just let it ride?
No, I just let it ride. I know when you're going up the hill you can downshift, but I don't do that. I'm a firm believer that the truck doesn't make a mistake, and it shifts where it's supposed to shift. And I let it shift where it needs to shift, and I just sit and ride. I mean, I let the truck do the work. I guess I'm a little lazy that way, that I'd much rather drive an automatic than a manual, because I just sit there and ride and let it shift on its own.
I think so. I think you've had an automatic for a year now.
No, I got this truck in it was the end of 2017. The truck's 2018, and I got it at the end of 2017. It's one of the 10 automatics that they first ordered with this new engine, and so there was 10 of them when they first ordered them, and I got one of those 10.
Nice. One of the things that we found, many of you out there don't know this, but when you have it on cruise control, the automatics actually have more foot-pounds of torque. They have 1750 foot-pounds of torque when you have the cruise control on, and they got 1650 when your foot is on the gas. So just, the dual torque engine is actually more powerful, and
Yeah.
it's fueling conservative.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's about all I have today. Do you have any more final notes for any relatively new professional drivers?
No, I just would like to say that, you know, if you work on getting good fuel mileage, you could get good fuel mileage. It doesn't matter whether you're heavy or you're light. If you're slowing down a few miles an hour, which I think is the biggest thing, you can get good fuel mileage. Of course, everybody knows if you're light, you're going to get better fuel mileage than heavy. But if you set your cruise and you just ride, you can get good fuel mileage.
Great. Thank you very much, Kevin.
Yep, thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.